You clicked it. But what was it? Maybe it was a text about a package. Maybe an email from your bank. You tapped it before you really looked, and now you're staring at your phone with your stomach in a knot. Here's the first thing I want you to know. Nothing happened is not the same as nothing is wrong. But it's also not the emergency you think it is. I'm Mr. John, 30 years in IT. Let's walk through this together, calmly, in order. Start here, because this determines everything else. Clicking a link, by itself, usually does not infect your phone or computer. That's the part most people get wrong. A link is just an address. Opening a web page is something your browser does thousands of times a day. What matters is what happened after you clicked. There are 3 doors, and you only walk through one of them. Door 1. The page loaded, you looked at it, you got a bad feeling, and you closed it. You typed nothing. You downloaded nothing. If that's you, you're almost certainly fine. Skip ahead, but stay for the last section, because there's a second wave coming that catches people. Door 2. You typed something in. A password, a card number, a verification code. This is the serious one, and we're going to move fast. Door 3. You downloaded a file, or a box popped up asking permission and you tapped yes. Also serious. Different fix. Figure out which door you went through, then follow the steps for that door. This is the one that keeps me up at night, because it's the most common and the most fixable, if you move now. Step 1. Change that password immediately, not later tonight. Now. And here's the part people miss. Go to the real website yourself. Type the address in, or use your bookmark. Do not click any link in that email or text, including the one that says reset your password. Step 2. Change it everywhere else you used it. If that password was on your email, your bank, and your shopping account, the criminals already know. They run it against hundreds of sites automatically. This is why password reuse turns one mistake into 10. Step 3. Turn on two-factor authentication on that account, if it isn't already. This is the single thing that most often stops a stolen password from becoming a stolen account. Step 4. Sign out everyone. Most major accounts have a security page listing every device currently signed in. Look for something like sign out all devices or active sessions. Use it. That kicks out anyone sitting in your account right now with a stolen session. Step 5. If you entered a card number or bank details, call your bank using the number on the back of your card, not a number from the email. Tell them exactly what you entered. They do this every day and they know what to do. And one more, and this one matters. If you gave them a verification code, one of those 6-digit numbers texted to you, treat it as an emergency. That code was the last thing standing between them and your account. Change the password and call the company directly. Different problem, different fix. If you downloaded a file and opened it, or a window popped up asking for permission and you approved it, disconnect from the internet. Turn off Wi-Fi. That cuts the line before anything can phone home. Then run a full scan. On Windows, the built-in defender is genuinely good and it's already there. On a Mac or a phone, this is rarer but not impossible. If the scan finds something and removes it, change your important passwords afterward anyway, from a different device if you have one. Because if something was watching you type, your new password isn't safe either. And if your computer starts behaving strangely, files renamed, a message demanding payment, stop. Disconnect it, leave it off and get help. Don't pay anything. 4 things people do out of panic that make it worse. Don't call any phone number on that page. That's not support. That's the same criminals waiting for you to call them so they can talk you through handing over the rest. Don't go back to check. I understand the urge. Resist it. Don't test the link on another device to see what it does. You'll just have 2 problems. And don't stay quiet about it. If this happened on a work computer, tell your IT department today. I promise you, they'd rather hear it in the first hour than find it in a month. Nobody gets fired for reporting a click. People get fired for hiding one. Here's the part almost nobody warns you about. Once you've fallen for one, your information goes on a list of people who click, and that list gets sold. So in the next few weeks, expect more. And the nastiest version is the recovery scam. Someone contacts you offering to get your money back, or claiming to be from the fraud department, or from law enforcement. They already know details about what happened to you, which is exactly what makes them believable. No real bank, no real police department, and no real government agency will ever call you out of the blue and ask for money or access to fix a scam. Ever. If you want to report it, and you should, go to reportfraud.ftc.gov, type it in yourself. Before you go, here it is in one place. Change the password, on the real site, not from a link. Change it anywhere else you used it. Turn on two-factor. Sign out all devices. If you gave up card details, call your bank. If you downloaded something, disconnect and scan. Never call a number from that page, and expect more attempts over the next few weeks. That's the whole list. Screenshot this if it helps. Last thing. Everyone I know in this field has clicked something they shouldn't have, including me. The people who get hurt badly aren't the ones who clicked. They're the ones who froze afterward and did nothing for 3 weeks. You clicked. You handled it. That's the whole story. If you want to get better at spotting these before you click, I made a video on the warning signs in scam texts and emails. It's on screen now, and it pairs with this one. I'm Mr. John. Thanks for watching.